couple of BioWare employees have revealed they are afraid of losing their jobs following BioWare's parent company, Electronic Arts, going private as part of a $55 billion deal. Roll this up over at phantompulse.com. You can find the link in the description below. So if you don't know what is going on, earlier this week, Electronic Arts sold the company to Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Silver Lake, and Jared Kushner's Affinity Partners as part of a $55 billion sale to take the company private. In a press release, EA said this: Electronic Arts, a global leader in interactive entertainment, today announced that it has entered into a definitive agreement to be acquired by an investor consortium comprised of PIF, that is the Saudi Arabia Private Investment Fund, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners in an all-cash transaction that values EA at an enterprise value of approximately $55 billion. The transaction positions EA to accelerate innovation and growth to build the future of entertainment. Following this, a number of BioWare employees spoke anonymously to Insider Gaming about their fear for their jobs and the studio at large. One said this: "Look at the negativity that came after Dragon Age. If we felt it was only going to get worse then, you can imagine what some of us think now." Another shared they had been looking for a job since Veilguard's failure last year, saying, "I've been doing it since last year, but I'm making sure I have a portfolio ready and feelers out for other jobs. Kind of feels like a matter of time." EA informed employees that the company does not plan to engage in layoffs immediately. In an SEC filing, the company said this: "There will be no immediate changes to your job, team, or daily work as a result of this transaction." It added, "Our focus is on driving innovation and expanding our global reach, all of which require world-class teams who are excited to shape the future of entertainment." Nevertheless, BioWare announced job cuts and structural changes at the beginning of this year following Dragon Age: The Veilguard's failure. First, EA admitted the game was a failure, sharing this in January. Dragon Age engaged approximately 1.5 million players during the quarter, down nearly 50% from the company's expectations. So massive failure, did not meet expectations at all for that game. A little over a week after that announcement, BioWare's general manager, Gary McKay, shared in a blog post, "Now that Dragon Age: The Veilguard has been released, a core team at BioWare is developing the next Mass Effect game under the leadership of veterans from the original trilogy, including Mike Gamble, Preston Watamaniuk, Derek Watts, Parrish Lay, and others." Probably butchered a bunch of names there. Sorry for that. In keeping with our fierce commitment to innovating during the development and delivery of Mass Effect, we have challenged ourselves to think deeply about delivering the best experience to our fans. We are taking this opportunity between full development cycles to reimagine how we work at BioWare. Given this stage of development, we don't require support from the full studio. We have incredible talent here at BioWare, and so we have worked diligently over the past few months to match many of our colleagues with other teams at EA that had open roles that were a strong fit. A day later, after this post, it was confirmed that the entire writing and editing team that worked on Dragon Age: The Veilguard was laid off. And it's not just BioWare, folks. We had another EA employee here. I think this person spoke with GameFile and shared that the sale of the company to Saudi Arabia, PIF, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners was really bad. And this person said that, where did they say it here? This person said that it was basically an FU, or Andrew Wilson is the CEO of EA. And this person said, Andrew Wilson basically said FU to all women and LGBTQ employees at EA with this deal. The employee added, "It just shows how many people have been collateral this past year for executives to make out rich. Nothing feels great, and we know when the deal closes, it's going to get worse before it gets better. Better is even possible." Another employee also told him, "I'm nervous about what this means in terms of workforce once the deal is closed, as layoffs usually follow these types of acquisitions. And on a personal level, those future owners are really not in line with my values and beliefs." And again, in that SEC filing, EA said that they were going to continue to push the same beliefs and values that they had been pushing previously. And there was also an email that came out that said that Wilson promised that the company's values and our commitment to players and fans around the world remain unchanged. Those values are not values at all. Those are they're vices, because they promote things like Pride Month and all kinds of LGBTQ plus propaganda in its games, from a so-called transgender character in Dragon Age, adding in surgery scars and chest binders in The Sims 4, and creating homosexual characters for Apex Legends, among others. Additionally, the company also heavily promoted feminism in Battlefield 5 and pushed refugee crisis themes and climate change in Battlefield 2042. Obviously, with the refugee crisis thing, I'm pretty sure it's less refugee, more mass mass migration, mass immigration, right? So there are a handful of employees who have spoken anonymously to a couple of these outlets, GameFile, Insider Gaming, fearing that there are going to be layoffs following this acquisition. We shall see. I think, obviously, these people that are trying to push these vices, these LGBTQ plus propaganda, should not be working there in the first place. I don't think there's any room for anyone kind of pushing those things into video games, and they should not be employed at companies like that. And the company shouldn't be doing that. There is no right for them to push evil. To push these vices and try to propagandize people into buying into these wicked, disordered lifestyles. But we will see what exactly happens. Everything coming out of EA is that they won't be doing layoffs. They're going to be still committed to pushing these disordered lifestyles and these vices. So obviously, we shall see what happens. But right now, everything official is that it's basically going to stay the same. But we shall see. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, and to always, always speak the truth.
Why would you be afraid of the people? Why are you not afraid of God instead of man?